Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Aluminum Terra. Thanks so much for joining today. I am going to be doing a new reading for us. It's going to be the World Power spread. I've just done about 6 of them for some of the signs today. I'm going to go ahead and proceed on to the next one. We're going to do Pisces for right now. Sun, Moon, and Rising, or Ascendant as they would call it. So, yeah, slowly getting on the mend from the insanity that has been British weather over the last few days, which we have not yet seen summer yet. We're still trying to struggle to get to spring, and even that's not going so well. But hopefully things will come back to best. Yeah, so what we're going to do now, read for Summer Rising Pisces. If you like what you see here on this channel, please be sure to give a like, share, and subscribe. Please ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from future postings. And yeah, also, if you would like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me in the information provided in the description box below. So what the Will to Power spread does is it talks a little bit about how you're going to, you know, receive your strengths and weaknesses and how they will help you out in the future, or, how you'll be successful over the next few months. I'm reading for June, but it could, last for, a period longer than that. As I say, time is fluid. So, keep your eyes open. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and begin. Let's do this for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please show me how Pisces will receive their will to power. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Will Pisces receive their will to power? Sun, Moon, Rising, Pisces. Will to power spread. Sun, Moon, Rising. By the way, these are the Colion Tarot, which is themed on the Godfather trilogy. I really like this deck, especially when it comes to looking for things like power, authority. Also, anything finance related, starting a business, things of that nature. It channels some really good energy for that. So we're going to stop there, cut the deck, and carry this on. So let's start. Pisces currently. How's Pisces currently? Right. Right. Just get that off. Right. Pisces. Ten of Swords in the reverse. What's the challenge? What is the challenge? What is the challenge for Pisces? Page of Cups and Seven of Cups. It's a lot of cup energy. So it's almost like the Eight of Cups. You also have here the Chariot reversed. That's a lot of energy to read as the challenge, but we'll keep it recent. No, but it's the strength. It's Pisces' strength. What is Pisces' weakness? What is Pisces' weakness? Nine of Cups. What are the supportive energies, Pisces, for this period? Ace of Cups. How will Pisces be successful? How will Pisces be successful? Thing's not staying on. I'm going to have to switch to a different one. How will Pisces be successful? The Empress in the reverse. Please clarify that because that's a bit confusing. The Emperor. So we got the Emperor and the Empress in reverse. Okay. How will Pisces fail for this period, June 2024? Last but not least, just figured it. Go ahead and try that. Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right. So this is a challenging spread, but I'm going to go ahead and get through this to see exactly where we're going with this particular energy. Now, first off, we've got how you feel at the current moment. You have Ten of Swords in the reverse. So basically, you're getting over the worst of a difficult situation that has reached a conclusion, and you are now trying to pick up the pieces after that. It's kind of like shattering glass. This is the point where you actually sweep it up. At the end or at the bottom of the deck, we have burdens. This is the Ten of Wands. So you have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands to initiate this spread. Ten of Wands normally talks about carrying something to completion, struggling to complete something, or, you know, potentially feeling burdened or at a loss for anything particular, whether that be a job or a relationship. We also get into the energy of the challenge here. There's a lot going on, a lot. We have the Page of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups, and the Chariot reverse. So it's almost like you're feeling like there's a relationship that you're dealing with that makes you feel extremely stuck, confused, and it's almost difficult for there to be any kind of growth with it. Um, Either that, or if it's a passion that you are specifically dealing with, then that passion of yours, something that you care deeply about, is taking time to get off the ground and it's leaving you in a state of confusion and scratching your head about how best to proceed next. And that can be very difficult because sometimes when we're emotionally attached to something, whether that is a job, business idea, or even like a relationship with another person, it can make it seem as if it's really hard to detach and to let go. But you're doing that now because that's your energy, because you do have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. And funny thing enough is that the supporting energy, I'm just going to jump over to that. The supporting energy you have here is the Ace of Cups. And with the Ace of Cups, it talks about new beginnings in passion or in love, something that is emotionally fulfilling for you. So if you say, for example, that you have broken up with someone and you're no longer in that relationship, it's tough and difficult for you to proceed and move forward with your life because the challenge is actually moving forward. The challenge is the fact that because nothing's moving, the Chariot in reverse, it's leaving you in that state of confusion. It's like, oh God, what do I do next? How do I move on past that divorce? What do I do after I've been laid off? You know, and so on and so on. So these are things that we have to consider when dealing with finalities of anything that really drove our emotional states in the past. I'm almost at the point where I feel like maybe this situation dragged itself out a bit too much because because you do have the Ten of Swords and then you also have the Ten of Wands. It leads me to the impression that you have been dealing with this or battling with this, even trying to come to terms with it over the last few months, up to a year. And this has finally come to an end. You're now, finding the best, route forward to overcome this particular situation and feelings of loss, guilt, sadness, or anything else. The other good thing is that not only do you have the Ten of Swords as your current energy, you have the Nine of Swords as your strength. That's also in the reverse. So it's like you're able to let go of the anxiety and the difficulties that you feel, linked to this situation. And that's very good. So you're finding ways to de-stress, to declutter. You're finding ways to let go of the memories that you felt or that you shared with something, something specific. So if it was a job, you were laid off, fired, terminated, whatever you want to call it, and this job, you poured your heart and soul into it, and then all of a sudden it was, it left you reeling when you were left, you were left out in the cold. The good thing is that I don't see any like Five of Pentacles or anything like that where you would feel kind of like that victim mentality or that you're not able to really move on because, oh, woe is me and ad nauseum. What I feel here is that because you have anxiety in the reverse, Nine of Swords in the reverse. And here in the upright, we have this kind of like, we have the Godfather, logo, but it's almost like there's time here pouring through the hourglass. And it's almost in waiting or in dealing with something over time. It feels like it's pulling your strings, and it's, affecting your psyche and the way that you deal with everything else in your daily existence. That's coming to an end, and you're actually coming out of that. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that you are rediscovering what it means to feel joy and to love again, possibly opening yourself back up to dates. Um, you know, Getting involved into a particular craft, a hobby, or something that really drives your soul quite a bit. Anything that would actually get those cups flowing again, because I think your cup has been dry for quite some time. No pun intended, no Freudian slip. Um, the other thing, your weakness, though, however, is the Queen of Cups. And the way I feel this taking place here is that for you, you have kind of worn your heart on your sleeve for a bit too long. And even though it can be good to feel intuitive or empathetic about things, and this is a very Piscean thing to do, also very Cancerian. Much less the Scorpios, but it can happen as well. Scorpios are more about being reserved and under control, which is more in line with the King of Cups, which is a more Martian card, like a Scorpio. With this, I feel that you just kind of like bled all over the place when it came to your emotions. And this in turn allowed people to kind of use you and to, make you a pushover or a doormat. And that's never the best way to live your life, especially in the romantic department, because, you know, when people take advantage of you, it can really give you a knock on your self-confidence, and that's not something that you want to deal with. It can also make you lose trust in people, and that's also a very difficult thing to deal with, because regaining that trust for a Pisces or a Scorpio or even a Cancer, it's a slow process of reopening your heart to, you know, new relationships, new love, or even people in general. So the way you're going to succeed in life, it's strange. I mean, you've got the Empress and the Emperor as your success cards, but the Empress is in the reverse and the Emperor is in the upright. Um, the way I look at this, the only way I can see this is that you're going to have to step into your male energy. You're going to have to move from the three to the four. I think the best way for you to do that is to start getting more into your masculine energy rather than your feminine. I think rather than allowing things to come for you, you have to kind of forge that path and do it for yourself. It's really the only way that you're going to be able to materialize the best aspects of your life. So, let's take for an example. Let's do a use case or something here, where you have a falling out, you break up with a husband or a wife, and then after that, you decide to put yourself back out there, rather than trying to attract people and trying to you know look towards other people for your sense of self-worth, which is what the Empress denotes. um in the Empress in reverse, actually. um or being smothering, you're actually moving away from the Empress in reverse energy into the Emperor, which is now, it's like, okay, I'm the source of my happiness. I'm going to start building my new foundation in my future. I'm not going to allow my self-worth to be determined by other people. I'm not going to allow people to walk all over me. Instead, I'm going to put my foot down and actually create the boundaries necessary to have a healthy relationship, dynamic with the people external to me. And that's going to be very key and important. So I see a lot of this taking place at the psychological level rather than something like, oh, you get into business. And I see this as being more like an internal transformation for the way that you relate emotionally to the people outside of you. And well, to the people rather, to the outside world, we could say that. Because the way you're going to fail in all of this is that, closing off emotionally with the Two of Cups in the reverse and the King of Cups in the reverse. And that's because you've been hurt or because you've had difficulties, you just shut down emotionally. And I think that that's going to be the thing that, could lead to your severe detriment, in the sense that, you Pisces, you are the fish, you have natural empathetic qualities when it comes to the way that you love and the way that you share your energy with people. It's not to say that you should close yourself down. It is to say that you should build a wall up when needed and let those people pass when necessary. So it's about protecting your heart, but not necessarily shutting it off, or switching it off completely. That really is all I'm getting from this. I can pull a quick card to talk about the specific outcome, maybe for up to June-ish period. So I have the Six of Cups in the reverse. I found Six of Cups in the reverse. And Temperance in the reverse. I got these cards for Scorpio, so if you've got Scorpio in your chart, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that may pertain to you because that was in their supporting energy, something similar to that. Is this with Pisces or is this the person coming into Pisces' life? Okay, so what I see here is the person that has triggered all of this is going to try to come back into your life, but they come with a very unstable energy, probably a little bit of gaslighting and negativity. I would even dare I say narcissism, but they're not coming back stable or, mentally with it. There's going to be a few screws loose with this person, and it's probably not the best idea to entertain this, because you have the Hangman reverse, Temperance reverse, and the Six of Cups reverse. So this is a person that's thinking negatively about the past. It's Temperance reverse, which is just complete thrown off your balance and being very unbalanced with a lot of stuff. And then you have the Hangman reverse, which is not being able to see things from a different perspective. The Hangman normally hangs themselves upside down so that they can attain enlightenment. Sometimes the Hangman can be about, getting unstuck when it's in the reverse, but I see this with this energy. It seems to me more like somebody who's just an absolute twat coming back into your life to create more chaos that, knocked you off of your square before. So be careful when this person comes back in, and make sure that you are stable and solid yourself. Tap that emperor energy, and really take control of your life because you can't let people push you around. So that said, that's your reading for today. Thanks so much. This has been Aluminum Tarot. This is the Will to Power spread. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. And if you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, and ding that notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from future postings. And if you would like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me at the information provided in the description box below. That's going to be it, everyone. Thanks so much. Until then, enjoy the weekend and love and light.